Funny as Tom.
Your thoughts on the Jordan Sorensen match, and especially in the third period there. Sorensen wrote him out.
Yeah, I think talking to Micah before the match, we figured that their game plan would be to ride him out. Mike is good on his feet. He's hard to score on his feet, but you got to get out. I mean, we watched Sorensen last week wrestle really tough against Rutherford. He's done a really good job working on bottom. We got to work harder on bottom. So it's on our athlete and it's on us. It's not just on Mike. It's on us as a staff. We got to better prepare him on the bottom position, and we got some work to do, and we'll do it.
What percentage is Bo? Where do you see? What did you see in that match from him?
That was one of the grittiest performances I've seen since I've been at Ohio State, I would say. He hasn't practiced in 2 weeks. He's hurt, but he wanted to wrestle. And I wasn't going to wrestle him, but we talked to the staff and decided to wrestle him. He had a game plan. I mean, there were a lot of attacks that were open, and he didn't take them early on because he's injured. But I think the biggest thing for Bo was that to know that despite your ranking, despite any of those things, that you may be in that position come NCAA time, and you got to find a way to win matches like that. And I'm really proud of the way he wrestled tonight. That is not the Bo Jordan that everyone would have seen tonight had he been healthy. But we saw Bo Jordan that knew how to win a match against a guy who is wrestling well, had a big win over Hall last week. I'm sure he's pretty confident, Meyer, coming into the match. So that match was a good, gritty match for Bo when he needed.
Is this something you think with time his health's going to improve?
Absolutely. I mean, it happened 2 weeks ago, so that type of an injury is 2 to 3 weeks. The concern was hurting him worse, and we need him healthy. He needs to train. You get better by training, and he needs to train, and it's more of that than the concern of him winning or losing here.
Tom, where have you seen the biggest gains from Colin Moore from November to now?
Colin Moore's gains were like the gains of anyone that is at a high level out there, and those gains are over the summer. The gains are from March to August, and Colin Moore, we made him go to the Junior World Team trials. I think he took 5th or 6th in the trial, and then he went to the final trial, and he won it. And then that opened the door to Colorado Springs all summer, training with the elite guys in this country, around the elite coaches in the country. And the amount of time that he put in this summer, that's why he's wrestling the way he's wrestling. Lots of suffering, right, all summer long, day in and day out. He put many hours into work against very high-level people. And, that Junior World Team gave him a sense of confidence. We knew he was special when we recruited him. He was a 82-pounder, a small 82-pounder, but he's grown. He's gotten bigger. 4-H kid, loves the farm. And tonight he wrestled like he was in his backyard. In one of the great environments in any sport, right? In athletics. So in a great environment with a lot of energy that could have gone against him, he managed it extremely well as a freshman. He's special.
Were you surprised to see Clark not wrestle for them, and how do you feel that maybe impacted what you wanted Tomasello to do in his match?
Yeah, I think that their backup there did a nice job slowing us down and fought really hard. We thought maybe he wouldn't wrestle. I mean, I think it's just good coaching by Tom and his staff. I'm a big proponent of dual meets having consequences, greater consequences than they do now. And in the state of college wrestling, there are no significant consequences in a dual meet. And when there are no significant consequences, then when you're in a position like Tom was in tonight, or Kyle Snyder being Krasniar's, if there were end of the year consequences, then Kyle would have been here. He's a team leader, but he wasn't because there are none. And until there are, you make wise decisions as a coach. And I think tonight Tom probably made a wise decision. And I'm not saying we'd have beaten Clark or not, but he's probably not 100%. So why?
What's the message to Miles Martin? Lost to a couple ranked guys, but appears to be still wrestling hard.
Yeah. He's just got to fight the fight. He's at a bigger weight class. These guys are putting a little more energy against him. He's feeling some more, he's got to use greater effort to hold position against some of these physical guys. And he's just got to continue to grow mentally and know that you got to stay in there and fight that battle. He's disappointed with himself, but there's still time left in the season, and he'll be ready to go.
Does this feel a little bit like where he was a year ago? Some of the things you were dealing with then?
A little bit, a little bit, but I feel good about Miles. I mean, I feel really good about Miles. He, he knew he was wrestling a really physical guy there. He got overwhelmed a little bit. He got pushed around a little bit. You can't get pushed around. He's breaking position. Took a couple of shots that were not out of his setups, but out of reacting from getting knocked out of position. But I mean, Miles showed last year. He went to the Nationals last year, a 10th seed and won. So we need Miles. We need Miles in a big way for this team to win the NCAAs this year, and that's our end goal. I was really proud of Luke Pletcher tonight too. I want to mention, as a true freshman, wrestling a physical. I think, is he a fifth-year senior? A physical kid that doesn't quit, and he did a really nice job tonight finding a way to get his hand raised tonight in that environment. I was proud of him.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.